Back with another edition here of Cooking with Koval. Pretty simple today, not a long drawn out process. We're doing a couple of pork tenderloins. The biggest thing, I've done it already, is you want to get all the big chunks of gristle and fat in this nasty clear skin when you're doing your pork loins. You don't want that to be on there. It's not going to have a very pleasing taste when you put it on the grill. Also, one of the biggest mistakes people make when they do tenderloins is they cook it too long. This is a pork tenderloin. You should probably take it off the grill or the smoker when it hits about 145, 150 at the highest, and then let it set for 10 minutes. It's not like a pork butt or pork belly where there's a lot of fat and you need to get that temperature up to over 200. That way it, melts inside and makes it, this fat here, some of the gristle will not render off. So you want to make sure you cut all that off. But I kind of season it just like I do my baby back ribs and everything. First off, we'll start with a little olive oil. Put it on there, both of them. Rub it in, both sides. Some people use a little mustard or whatnot on their pork. I like to use olive oil. And again, kind of the same spices that I would put on a pork butt. I'm going to glaze these puppies up later on, and rather than cooking them on the Okie Joe tonight, we're going to do these on the old-fashioned Weber kettle. But again, just as you go through, give them a nice coating of dry rub. Some people also brine these before. A little salt, vinegar, sugar, water. You can brine these for a couple of hours. Also, if you marinade, something simple as Italian dressing you could use. I more or less just kind of like to rub mine down. Let it set for about 30 minutes while the grill's coming up to temperature, and throw them on there. The pork loins we're going to cook today, probably roughly around 225 to 250. And then when the internal temperature gets to about 145, we'll go ahead and take these off and let them set. And today we're going to do it on the old-fashioned way. I like my old Weber style kettle grill, so that's how we'll cook these. So when we come back, we'll be throwing these on the grill. All right, here we are out here. We got the pork loins all spiced up, tenderloins. We got the nice rub on them. We're going to sit them here. We got the Weber set up for indirect. We're going to put these two babies on. Let these go until the internal temperature gets to be about 145, 150, and we'll take them off. Again, like I said, the biggest mistake with these tenderloins is people overcook them. Like I said, it's not like a pork butt. It's not like pork belly, anything like that. These don't have a lot of fat to render off. The longer you cook them, obviously they're going to dry out. So you want to make sure you watch your temperature. You want to keep it somewhere around 250. It's about right where we're at right now. So we're going to let them go. I'll check the temperature probably in about 30, 45 minutes to see where we're at, and we'll go from there. All right. Tenderloins are at about, let them go a little longer. They're at about 151. Wasn't paying attention. I left one just with a dry rub because this is probably going to be dinner tomorrow or Friday. With the leftovers, my wife makes a nice pasta with a wine sauce with the leftover tenderloin with some mushrooms and peas. Really, really good. So it's like two dinners. The second one here, you see I put a little glaze on there. Oops, almost lost the baby. Put a little bit of the glaze on there. We're going to let these set for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to cut them up. Now we have the 10-minute set time. Now we're going to go ahead and slice this up into chunks. I'm going to leave the smaller one whole. Like I said, that's probably going to be dinner for another night. Go ahead and cut the glaze. Cut right through. Again, I let it go. We took it off at about 151 degrees is what the internal temperature was. Still cutting very, very easy. Pretty thin or nice slices through. What I like to do too is when you take the slices, you put them on a plate. This is more for presentation. If it was for something, take a slice here, and then kind of hit it with my glaze. I even got a nice little, if you see here, got a nice little smoke ring on the pork loin as well. Should be out good, and we'll let AJ here be our taste tester and let you know how it is. Good. And guys, that's it. Pretty simple, pretty easy pork tenderloin. Again, some people like to brine them. All I really do with mine is rub them down, let them set for about 30, 45 minutes before we put them on the smoker. Put them on for about 250. Today they took roughly about an hour, hour and 5 minutes to get up to temperature. Remember, with the tenderloins, you do want to watch and take them off at about 145, 150. You don't want to overcook these, not a lot of fat. Once you get up into 155, 160, these puppies are going to start to dry out. And again, hope you enjoy cooking with Koval. We'll be back again soon.
Like and subscribe.
All right, it was sliced, sauced. Now look at this. Cuts like butter. No knife needed. Beautiful.